Good afternoon. I am delighted to welcome all of you to the 50th Foundation Day celebrations of IIM Bangalore. Of course, this has been a very special week because we started with the visit of the President on Thursday. We had a wonderful get-together of our former faculty and staff yesterday. Today is devoted to a whole range of alumni activities besides the Foundation Day celebration we are having today. And we're going to have a very inspiring talk by Professor Rebecca Anderson from Harvard University very soon. In my talk on Thursday, I already gave a historical perspective of what's happened and how the Institute has evolved over the last 50 years. So I don't wish to repeat that now. Instead, as is customary on Foundation Day, I will give you a summary of some of the recent activities which have stand out and which I would like to share with you. First, let me start with our academic programs. This year, we increased our overall intake in the PGP and PGP BA programs to more than 600. This completes a process which we started some years ago when we started from a capacity of 405. The business analytics program strength was also increased this year from 45 to 75. With this, we have also completed our commitment to the government for reservation for economically weaker sections, which we started some years ago. I'm also happy to inform you that the Mahatma Gandhi National Fellowship Program, which was designed and created by IIMB to catalyze skill development and entrepreneurship, and has been extended to every district across the country in collaboration with the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. This is a unique program in which one fellow is assigned to each district to work closely with the district administration to identify skill development and entrepreneurship opportunities in that district. And each of those fellows has built a map or designed a map of the skill sets already existing in that district and what more is required, and they are now helping the district collectors to take that forward. IIMB launched the NS Ramaswamy Pre-Doctoral Fellowship Program in 2018. This is a unique program which helps to bring in greater diversity into academia. I'm happy to inform you that over the years we are seeing an increasing proportion of the graduates of this program going into PhD programs and high quality PhD programs at that, which was exactly the objective of the program. So it's been quite successful and the Institute is committed to not only taking this forward but scaling it up over the years. We launched two important new programs in 2022, a professional certificate program in hospital management and a program titled AI for Managers. Both of them online certificate programs. Both of these programs completed their first cohort and the second cohort has just started. I'm particularly happy to inform you that there's been a considerable increase in the MOOCs offerings on edX and SWAYAM. You will recall that we have been present on edX since 2014. We currently have 75 courses offered on edX and we have crossed more than 2 million learners from 150 countries. That's quite a big stretch for us in terms of making our programs available to an international audience. As far as entrepreneurship is concerned, we have had a significant increase in outreach. One of the things we are focusing on at NSRCEL, our Entrepreneurship and Incubation Center, is how many entrepreneurs we can connect with and how many entrepreneurs we can help to enhance their capacity. Our metric is not driven by valuation and unicorns. If those also happen, we are quite happy about it, but that's not the objective we are chasing through NSRCEL. I'm happy to inform you that from approximately 50 entrepreneurs whom we touched in 2017, compared to that in the latest year, we actually touched more than 1,000 entrepreneurs. So there's been a significant scale up in the activities of NSRCEL. A lot of this has been possible because of the fact that we have a very strong presence in women's entrepreneurship programs. We are the local partner, India partner for the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Women program. We have our own women's startup program supported by Kotak Mahindra Bank. We offered a nationwide women's startup program sponsored by the National Commission for Women, and we are likely to have a fresh offering of that soon. And we have a special women's entrepreneurship program for women from disadvantaged communities, which is funded by the government of Karnataka. Many of you would have noticed in the media that the president, when she was here, she had an opportunity to interact with a few of the women entrepreneurs from our programs. And it was a really very rich discussion that the entrepreneurs and the president had. And one of the things she advised them very strongly is, now that you have managed to make some progress with your ventures, please enable other women to pursue their dreams. So she's really charged them with the objective of taking women entrepreneurship beyond their own enterprises to other women as well. As far as infrastructure and sustainability is concerned, obviously to enhance our student strength, we also are needed to enhance our infrastructure significantly. We have moved over the last few years from a hostel capacity of 876 to a hostel capacity of 1422. And I'm happy to inform you that all this additional capacity has been created through internal accruals by the institute. As many of you know, we don't get a regular government grant since 2005, so it's almost 18 years now. So whatever infrastructure we have created has been through resources generated by the institute. IIMB has also created the new Management Development Center at the new campus, which was inaugurated in March by the Vice President of India. That is a new center with 84 rooms and 3 classrooms. And again, that has been built entirely through our internal accruals. We have a major focus on sustainability. Our eco-friendly practices and energy saving and water conservation initiatives have received new impetus with the setting up of a sustainability task force. I'm particularly happy to inform you that we have released our first carbon footprint report in May 2023, which has sort of set as baseline for our impact on the environment. And we hope to now use that as a way of making sure that we are making progress on this important dimension. With support from alumni and from various corporate sponsors, we set up 2 EV charging stations on campus in 2023, and we hope these will be used in increasing measure in the years to come. Coming to accreditation and ranking, as many of you know, IQUES, the leading international system of quality assessment, improvement, and accreditation of higher education institutions in management and business administration, re-accredited us for 5 years, the longest period possible, in December 2021. Our MBA programs consistently feature in the top 3 in India and in the top 50 globally in the QS and FT rankings. As many of you must already have heard, this year IIMB is number 1 in India in the QS 2024 rankings. And what particularly pleased us about this is we are number 1 for both PGP and EPGP, that is in both the categories of Masters in Management and MBA. And we are number 31 and number 48 on these rankings respectively globally. And we are it's in a way happy, but it would also be nice if we had more schools in the top 50. IIMB is the only school in the top 50 out of all the IIMs in India. I'm also happy to report that we are not only strong on the academic side, we are also being consistently ranked in the positive impact rankings announced first at Davos in 2020. And since its inception, we have consistently featured at the top, which is level 5 of pioneering schools. Our architecture, of course, continues to be recognized by globally as well as domestically. It's very sad that we lost our architect, Mr. B.V. Doshi, last year. But many of you would recall that the IIMB campus has been ranked among the 25 most significant works of post-war architecture by New York Times Style magazine in 2021, and it features among the best campuses in the world by Design, a design magazine, in 2023. Let me come to some other things which I would like to share with you. As convener of CAT 2022, we took proactive steps such as launching digital campaigns that saw an increase of 11% in overall registrations and 6% rise in registrations among candidates from reserve categories for the exam in November 2022. IIMB and CII released the Karnataka at 100, a vision document for 2047 in June 2023, and we hope this will be an important blueprint for the government of Karnataka going forward. And of course, across domains, whether it be space, technology, finance or marketing, we have a great set of alumni who continue to make the institute proud. We are hosting a series of events to acknowledge their contribution. This year, for the first time, we offered Alumni Service Awards, and the first 2 awardees were given their award just a little while before lunch. So I'm happy to see that more and more of our alumni are participating very actively in the growth and evolution of the institute. If I just look back over the years, I think one thing which has characterized the institute, apart from what I shared earlier about our being responsive to change, is also the fact that we have been able to provide an excellent working environment for everyone here. An academic institution essentially attracts self-motivated people who have goals with respect to research and teaching, and what really helps them thrive and do their work well is providing a conducive environment that enables them to pursue all their lofty thoughts and of course the various ideas that they have. I think in the past we have done a good job of creating such an environment, and I am committed to providing that environment in an even greater measure going forward. Let me just share a few student achievements in recent months. Students are of course the reason why we are all here. Without academic programs, the institute would not exist, and I am delighted to see that our students continue to do us proud on many counts. Just to give you an example, just a couple of weeks ago, a group of our students, Ruby, Catherine, Ralpha, Josephine, Crency and Santosh, all second year PGP students, competed nationally in a contest called SOAR, S-O-A-R, conducted by Air India. This is part of Air India's effort to be revitalized after it came under the ownership of the Tatas. And competing with teams across the country, and I think literally hundreds of teams, our team won the first prize in this case competition. And I was quite curious to find out what is it that enabled them to win the first prize. So a couple of days ago, I asked them to walk me through their presentation. And I saw a few interesting things. The first thing I saw, of course, is that they had collected a lot of relevant data, going well beyond what the case contest itself required. Of course, they had a lot of deep research. They had an excellent analysis and presentation. But what the jurors at the Air India side really appreciated was that they had taken into account both the perspective of the customer as well as the perspective of the airline. Many of you might know that loyalty programs in airlines and hotels can often be a source of cost. Though they're supposed to attract customers, they also impose financial costs on the company. But what the students had been able to do was create a really good integrated model to look at something that was in the interests of both customers and the airline. And that's something the judges, including the new CEO of Air India, Mr. Campbell Wilson, really appreciate. So I think we're doing a good job if our students are making presentations of this kind, which integrate the views of different stakeholders, and at the same time, of course, are based on deep research, analysis, and whatever else we teach in the classroom. So that enthused me quite a bit that whatever we are getting in the rankings is really backed up by what the students are doing on the ground. Let me just mention a few other student achievements quickly before I close. Our newly graduated PGP students won the Nanyang Technological University India Collect Fellowships, Mohit Goyal and Dr. Nuhad Bardal. They were admitted as international non-graduating students under the India Connect at NTU Visiting Research Fellowship Program. One of our PhD students, Shivali Sharma, was also awarded an NTU scholarship in Singapore. Our PhD scholar, Anupama Kondaya from the OBHRM area, received the MITAX Global Link Research Award to Canada for a research internship. Our PhD student, Anand Kumar, was selected for the UNU Wider Visiting PhD Fellowship. Our PGP EM student, Ganesh Mahadevan V, was awarded the most prominent industry leader in the digital transformation and enterprise IT category 2023 by Business Mint. A paper authored by our doctoral student Ronit Niyogi was published in International Game Theory Review. So this is just a sort of snapshot of some of the achievements of our students. I'm sure there are many more. At the end of the year, we usually do a comprehensive compilation, but I thought I would just share a few glimpses of this with you. Our alumni also continue to do us proud. Dr. Rajkumar Upadhyay, who is the chairman of CDOT and is an alum of both our PGP, PM and PhD programs, was awarded the Telecom Person of the Year award. Raja Rajamanar, who is a PGP alumnus, was felicitated at the Marketing Hall of Fame Induction Ceremony 2023. Venkat Krishnaraj was nominated as Bootstrap Champ in the Economic Times Startup Awards 2023. Gautam Krishnan was recognized as a 40 under 40 business leader in the project logistics space by Antwerp Excel, and there are many more. Needless to say, our faculty continue to do outstanding research, write interesting books, get international recognition and so on. I'll give a full account of that at the end of the year when we present the report at the convocation. So let me once again thank all of you for being an integral part of our Golden Jubilee celebrations. I'm delighted to see so many alumni also with us here on campus today. I think it's due to the efforts of so many of our different, I don't want to call them stakeholders, they're all actually co-owners or trustees of the institute, whether it be students, alumni, faculty, staff, board members, the government. I think everyone has played a unique and very constructive role in what IIMB is today. So can we just give a big round of applause for contributing to this? Thank you.